What up? I want to do a little. I did a check-in this morning, and I'm gonna just. I did 4 cars today. Like today was great, but the reason I say that is because I had this little run. 2 days ago, I did 3.5, and last Saturday I did 3. I was stressed out like a week ago about being able to. And the reason I bring this up, because it sounds like I'm gloating, and I am tooting my horn. I'm coming off of a fucking killer day. Is that I have to remember where it comes from. I could easily just sit here and be like, I did that. There's been a lot of blessings that have been coming my way over the last couple of weeks. And if anybody who has followed this, I only get like 1 or 2 views, but if you watch this regularly and you've been watching me post these videos regularly, you've seen how I've been struggling, stressing, going through a storm, fighting through the storm, walking through the storm, not getting loaded through it, continuing my routines, all that shit. And in that storm, I have developed a better relationship with myself in a short period of time. These last 3 months, almost 4, 3.5, have been the toughest battle that I have faced within myself, in a sense, healthy, since I can remember. And it has been wonderful. Wonderful. I've had people tell me, just go to bed, just do this, just do that, so you don't have to feel it, because they care about me. They don't want me to see me like struggle. But it is in that struggle, it is in that breaking that we get pruned. And sometimes the pruning we think is one thing. Like you might think it's a person that's coming out of your life. It's not that. It's pruning ourselves. It's pruning me of some insecurities, of how I sometimes handle things. And it's finding myself in it. Like you don't get a chance to, like, if you're not going to get loaded, if I'm not going to get loaded, and I'm not going to distract myself by like going to a casino or finding a partner, a person, like if I'm not going to do any of that to distract myself so I can feel better, find that new dope, whatever that dope's going to be, and I'm just going to walk through the storm. I read and I watched something that said that while you walk through it and you change that why me, why is this happening, to what, you will start to find the reward. And it's not that like, what is that, 3, 6, 9, 10, it's not that like 15 cars in like a week and a half or whatever that is the reward. It's not the amazing things that have happened that is the reward. It's a combination of those things, because I have not been complaining, I have not been blaming, and I have been taking full ownership of what's going on in terms of like how I'm feeling, and not saying, oh, it's because of this or that. Like there's bad behaviors for sure, but there's also a lot of good, and that storm is attached to bad behaviors. It is. But if I don't have those things happen and I don't find a way to fight through it this way, then I don't get to experience the storm. Like I'm so fucking grateful that I'm learning, and I'm changing, and I'm developing. And so, I'm on this little high, and I've been on this high since, well, really since Monday. And it just hasn't gone. And it just keeps getting better. And it's just manifesting itself in other ways, and then a day like today happens, or me. Not only was I stressed if I'm gonna make enough deals, but then I ended up on the top of the board and it was like a race to the top of the board. In the sales in this industry, and what I do for a living, it's always a race to the top of the board. And I don't ever really care about being at the top of the board. I just care about making my bills, being able to provide for my kids. So like, it wasn't even about that. It was about like, if the philosophy is this, if I can stay up there, I'll be able to afford it. And so I do my best to stay up there. Not the number one, it doesn't matter. If I get number one, that's great. It's awesome. But it's not about that for me. It's about, like, I'm going on vacation here soon. I'm going to be taking a trip. Like, I don't want to have to be stressed about, like, oh, I can't pay my bills and now I'm going on this trip. And I don't have to worry about that now, because I grinded my ass fucking off in a lot of areas of my life. Not just the job, the kids, the bills, relationships, all of it. And I walked through it with grace, not gracefully. Walking through things with grace does not mean it's going to look graceful. In fact, it looks fucking ugly sometimes. But when you do it and you don't take things to distract you, and you don't do things to distract you because you don't want to feel the pain, and you're walking to that center of it, the mind, the eye of the storm, and that's your little bit of break before you're going to go walk through the other part of that, the other half of it. But as you walk through the second half of it, you have this different perspective. You don't get to the eye of the storm unless you've walked through it, and now that eye of the storm is a perspective. It's that like how I write to myself. Like when I wrote to myself, a couple weeks back, I think that was like Palm Sunday it was Palm Sunday. That was a long time ago. It feels like a long time ago. That wasn't the eye of the storm. That was to get me to the eye of the storm. And then now the storm still stays. I'm still in the storm, but I'm starting to get the fruits of my labor from battling it. And so I am grateful of my success. I'm grateful for the perspective that I get, and I'm grateful for the people in my life right now. And so I just wanted to like throw this video out here because I didn't really talk about it in the last video. Yes, I accomplished my goal, and I was so stressed about that goal, and in that I also got some things that I was able to like, I just see so much fruit coming, and it has everything to do with God and my recovery and staying clean and not doing other things that are like dope, and just being as good of a person as I possibly can, be an inspiration to others, be a beacon of light, be a vision of hope, and just keep walking through it no matter how uncomfortable I feel. Make the meeting when I feel uncomfortable, do the work, do the step work the steps, all of that shit. And so yeah, I'm at a really good place. It's May, and May is summer, even though it's spring. That's it. Under 10 minutes. I'm out. Bye.